இருக்கீங்க எல்லாரும்? How's your weekend has started? I hope it is going well. லாஸ்ட் செஷன்ல நம்ம என்ன பார்த்தோம்? ஐ கான்ட் கிளைம் ட்ரீஸ் எனிமோர் அப்படிங்கிற ப்ரோஸ் நம்ம பார்த்தோம். We have completed the prose and today's session we are going to look into the answers for the questions that is given in our textbook. Before that, we'll quickly recap the story. ஒரு மைண்ட் மேப் மாதிரி நம்ம பண்ணலாம். We'll remember that story. Okay? Fine. So this story, there is a visitor who comes to see his house which he had lived. A visitor comes back to see his house. So there he sees this little girl. இந்த வீட்டில் வந்து எந்த விதமான மாற்றமும் தெரியல. இப்போ பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கும் பொழுதுதான் he finds a 12 or 13-year-old girl who is actually residing in that house. அந்த வீட்டில் இப்போ அவங்க தான் குடியிருக்காங்க. That family is residing. He finds a 12 or a 13-year-old girl over there. So what happens? He starts enjoying the view of the house. இந்த வீட்டில் நம்ம அந்த நாட்கள் செலவழிச்சது எல்லாமே அவருக்கு ஞாபகத்துக்கு வருது. He remembers his grandmother saying that whichever, if at all shadow of a tree falls on the house, that house to be a blessed one. So he enjoys the look of trees. அந்த மரங்கள்லாம் பார்த்து ரொம்ப சந்தோஷப்படுறார். He enjoys the look of green trees over there. As he starts speaking with the girl, he says one by one that he used to keep his treasure in the hollow of the jackfruit tree. அங்க இருந்த ஒரு பலாமரம், அது வந்து அவருடைய ஞாபகத்துல இப்போதுமே இருக்கு. இன்னும் அந்த மரம் இருக்கு. அந்த மரத்தை தான் நான் ஒளிச்சு வைப்பேங்கிறத வந்து அவர் சொல்றார் இல்லையா? He used to keep his treasure. Where he used to keep? In the hollow of the jackfruit tree. So she says whether you want to see all your treasures in that tree. இல்ல இப்போ ஆரம்பத்துல வந்து அவர் ஒரு சுவர் ஏறி குதிக்கிறார். அதுவே அவரால முடியல. He feels that he is quite old, but he wants to regain back his youth as well at this point of time. வயசாயிடுச்சு, ஆனா தன்னுடைய ஞாபகங்கள்லாம் மறுபடியும் கொண்டு வரணுங்கிறது தான் அவருடைய இன்டென்ஷன். கரெக்டா? So soon after this, we go with the sentence over here. Okay? So he remembers the iron cross given by a German soldier to his grandfather. When did he give? During the First World War. முதலாம் உலக போர் பொழுது. She asks him to climb the tree, but he isn't willing to climb the tree. He feels that he can't. He was old and can't climb trees. It was his intention. மரம் ஏற முடியாது அப்படின்னு அவர் சொல்றாரு. But did the girl leave it like that itself? அதே மாதிரி அந்த பொண்ணு சொன்ன மாதிரி அந்த அவரை நபரை கேட்டு அப்படியே விட்டுட்டாங்களா? இல்ல, she didn't leave that like that. What did she do? She climbed the tree and found the iron cross. The girl climbs and find the iron cross. இந்த இரும்பால செய்யப்பட்ட அந்த சிலுவையை வந்து அந்த பெண் கண்டுபிடிச்சிடுறா. But the visitor who used who has kept in this hollow as a treasure, ஒரு பொக்கிஷமா அந்த மரத்தை மறைச்சு வச்சிருக்காரு. அது மறுபடியும் எடுத்துன்னு போகணுங்கிறது அவருடைய எண்ணமா இருக்குதா? இல்ல, he didn't want to take with him. So he told that you please keep it with yourself அப்படின்னு அந்த பெண்ணிட்டியே மறுபடியும் சொல்லிடுறாரு. இந்த 12 வயசு 13 வயசு பொண்ணுட்டியே வந்து நீயே வச்சுக்கோ, எனக்கு இது வேண்டாம். Visitor, he returns it to the girl. He thinks in his mind, if at all this girl hasn't found the iron cross, it will still be there in the hollow of the jackfruit tree for another 25 years. இன்னும் 25 வருஷத்துக்கு அந்த மரத்திலே தான் அந்த ஒருவேளை இந்த பொண்ணு வந்து மரத்து மேல ஏறாம இருந்திருந்தா. So he gives it back to the girl and he walks back. அந்த ஞாபகத்தங்கள்லாம் அவரை விட்டு போல. It is still fresh in his mind. He walks back feeling young. He walks back feeling young, enjoys the breeze, enjoys the cool breeze, and he's of the thought now. He has to come into the reality. இப்போ நிகழ்காலத்துல என்ன இருக்கோ அதை நான் வந்து ஏத்துன்னு தான் ஆகணும். இந்த ஞாபகத்தங்கள்லாம் அவர் நினைவுக்கு கொண்டு வராங்க. Whatever the time he had spent in that particular house, the tree, the greenery, all these things comes to his mind now. He enjoys the breeze and walks back. So first few sentences where these sentences, a visitor K comes back to see his old house. Then he finds a 12 or 13-year girl over there. Is the next sentence. He enjoys the look of the trees. ஒரு குவிக்கா சம்மரைஸ்டா நம்ம இந்த கதையை பார்க்கணும்னா these 7 to 8 sentences will quickly recap what the story tells us. He used to keep his treasure in the hollow of the tree. Then, after this, we wrote this sentence. Iron cross given by German soldier during the First World War. He was old and he can't climb trees anymore. As he doesn't climb, the girl climbs back the tree and finds the iron cross which this man had left it in the hollow of the jackfruit tree. So the visitor, he returns it to the girl. எனக்கு இது வேண்டாம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி. Finally, he walks back, feeling that he's still young. That is what he feels. He wants to get back his youth. Correct? We have seen many questions. What is the story about? What is the visitor tries to tell? He wants to bring back his youthful days. He enjoys the breeze and goes back. Okay? Bye. Now we'll try to answer some of the questions that is asked in our textbook. Shall we? நான் எழுதும்போதே நீங்களும் என்னோட சேர்ந்து the few sentences நோட் டவுன் பண்ணியிருப்பீங்கன்னு நான் நம்புறேன். First set of questions, a few sentences. Next set of sentences. Okay, fine. A moment, let me share the screen. We are having few true or false questions in this book. Textbookல A பிரிவுல சில கேள்விகள் கேட்டிருக்காங்க. True or false set of questions. Will you tell me whether the given sentence is true or false? Shall we start? Yes, we will. One moment, it is loading. Sorry, there is a technical issue. Let me share the screen once again. Screen got abruptly closed. One moment, I'm sharing the screen. First question, what it is appearing? The visitor had hidden a few old coins in the tree. Is it true or false? He had hidden some of the things. One such thing was old coins, a book that wasn't supposed to be there, then marbles. The visitor was able to climb the jackfruit tree. Was he able to climb? He wasn't able to climb the jackfruit tree. The visitor climbed over the wall easily. No, he couldn't. He fell, right? He fell. The visitor's grandfather used to sit on the stone bench. The visitor had sold the house. Had he sold the house? Yes, he had. The visitor was able to remember the music of the piano. Yes, he was able to remember it. The visitor's grandfather used to sit on the bench. False. Was his grandmother. Right? The purpose of the visit of the narrator was to buy this ancestral house back. இந்த வீட்டையும் மறுபடியும் வாங்கணும் தான் அவருடைய எண்ணமா கிடையாது. தன்னுடைய ஞாபகார்த்தங்களை கொண்டு வரணுங்கிறது தான் அவருடைய எண்ணம். The visitor was able to climb the jackfruit tree. Was he? No, he wasn't. False. The visitor had hidden a few old coins. Yes, true. He had hidden few coins in that. ஸோ நிறைய பேர் ஆன்சர்ஸை ஐடென்டிஃபை பண்ணியிருக்கீங்க கரெக்டா. வெரி குட். Identified it perfectly. The questions aren't appearing. One moment. The visitor had sold the house. Yes, he had sold the house. True. The visitor had hidden few old coins in the tree. Yes, he had hidden few coins. True. A girl came out of the house. Yes. Is it yes? No. She was already standing outside the house. The jackfruit tree was still there. Yes, it was still there. As a boy, the visitor used to swing on the turnstile. He used to. I would have shown the picture of a turnstile. The visitor's grandfather used to sit on the stone bench. No, it was his grandmother. The purpose of the visit of narrator was to buy his ancestral house back. No, it isn't true. It is false. He just wanted to look back his house. மறுபடியும் அந்த நினைவுகளை கொண்டு வரணும் பார்க்கணுங்கிறதுக்காக தான் வந்தாரே தவிர வாங்கணுங்கிறது அவருடைய எண்ணம் கிடையாது. சரியா? ஓகே. We shall see few questions form of multiple choice questions. Okay. He was glad to see that jackfruit tree still stood at the side of the building, casting its shade on the wall. Casting. Synonym of it is showering, lighting, throwing, acting. What is the appropriate synonym for this word? Casting. He stood on the verge by the side of the road and looked over the garden wall at the old house. Verge. Center, corner, at the top, at the edge. What does the word verge mean over here? நடுவுலையா ஓரத்துலையா மேலையா இல்ல அதோடைய விளிம்புலையா at the edgeனா விளிம்பு. In this story what has been mentioned? He did not look very prosperous. He did not look very prosperous. Prosperous synonym, is it popular, famous, flourishing or poor? I'm sorry. What is the answer for the third question? Fourth question. She was tired of pruning the bushes and bougainvillea. Tired of pruning. Pruning means spreading, trimming, growing, altering. Written? Okay. It was on the tip of the tongue to make a witty remark. Funny, intelligent, awkward, foolish. Did you note of it? எழுதிட்டீங்களா? Next is antonyms. The old house built with solid blocks of granite wasn't altered at all. எதிர்மறை வார்த்தைகள் opposite words are nothing but antonyms. Altered, changed, transferred, fixed, turned. Alterனுடைய opposite word என்ன? ஸோ synonyms வரும்போது மூணு வார்த்தைகள் more or less of opposite word இருக்கும். ஒண்ணே ஒன்று synonym இருக்கும். Or you might get confused with two options that is having a near meaning. Here, three options would be of synonyms. One would be an opposite word. He was glad to see that jackfruit tree still stood at the side of the building. Glad, opposite of glad, happy, joyful, merry, sad. Okay, third question pertaining to antonyms. She was only 12 or 13 with lively eyes and long black hair. Dull, active, enthusiastic, hopeful. Which among these four options are opposite of the word lively? Okay, next one. The man burst of laughing, wailing, grinning, mocking, kidding. Opposite of word laughing. Okay, last one. He got up on the wall, all right, but had to rest there, breathing heavily, strongly, lightly, calmly, amply. He got up on the wall, all right, but had to rest there, breathing heavily. Opposite of the word heavily. Okay, I hope you have made note of the correct answers for the multiple choice questions. Thought of sharing you one fact. Thought of sharing it in the beginning, but as the session started late, I wanted to share it towards the end. Let me take a minute of yours. Okay. ஸோ உங்களில் நிறைய பேருக்கு சின்ன வயசுலேருந்து சந்தேகம் இருக்கலாம். இந்த கேட்டுங்கிற வேர்டாக இருக்கட்டும், காட், கைட், கெட்டில் இது போன்ற வார்த்தைகள் பார்த்தோம்னா சீலையும் கேல ஆரம்பிக்கக்கூடிய வார்த்தைகள் இப்ப நான் சொன்னது. ஏன் வந்து காட், கேட் இதெல்லாம் வரும்பொழுது கட் இதெல்லாம் வரும்பொழுது சீலையும், கேல கெட்டில், கிட், கின், ஹைட் ஏன் இதெல்லாம் கேல ஆரம்பிக்கிறோம் அப்படிங்கிற சந்தேகம் இருந்திருக்கலாம், இல்லாம கூட இருக்கலாம். Now let us learn. Okay, if at all C goes with A, O and U. Cங்கிற எழுத்து எந்த எழுத்துக்களோட ஒன்று சேரும்னா, if at all it is followed by the vowel letter either of these three, C goes with A, O or U. அதனாலதான் இங்க பெரிய ஆல்பபெட் C-க்குள்ள A, O, U கொடுத்திருப்பேன். K goes with the other two. Other two-னா என்ன? மீதமுள்ள இரண்டு vowels இது I மற்றும் E. So now I'll ask you a question, simple question. இப்போ ஸ்கூட்டர்னு எழுதுறோம், நம்ம வந்து SKOOTERன்னு எழுதுறோமா, or the spelling is SCOOTER, which is the right answer? With the right spelling, is it SK or SC? So remember the rule and identify the answer. A simple homework for you. Okay? Okay. இன்னையோடைய செஷனை நான் எண்ட் பண்ணிக்கிறேன். We will again meet in the next class. Another interesting topic. Thank you so much, friends. நன்றி. வாழ்க பாரதம், வெல்க தமிழகம்.